Well, actually not, because in the Carboniferous, staying on land works for about 15 minutes until you realize land has developed its own problems. The whole planet decided to become a forest. It's just these massive swamps full of trees that look like they're trying too hard, covered in diamond patterns and growing straight up to about 100 feet. Everything is wet and green, and the air feels thick in a way that's hard to describe. It's heavy almost, and there's a reason for that. Oxygen levels hit 35% during this time, which is way higher than what you're used to. And at first this feels amazing because you can breathe deep and your muscles have all of this extra fuel, and you're thinking maybe this is the first era that doesn't immediately want you dead. But then you notice the bugs. The air is full of dragonflies that have 2-foot wingspans. They're not the problem exactly. They're just the warning. The problem is everything else that crawls out of the nightmare factory Earth apparently built during this time. You're walking through the undergrowth trying to find something to eat when you almost step on what looks like a giant millipede, except it's longer than you are tall and thicker than your leg, just sliding through the leaf litter eating dead plants. That one's actually harmless, or at least it's not interesting to you, but it's the size that matters because now you understand the rule here, which is that arthropods scale with oxygen, and during this time, oxygen is out of control. But then the scorpion finds you near a pool of standing water. Probably because you made too much noise, or it smelled you, or it just got lucky. This thing is like the size of a large dog, shiny black, with pincers that open and close, while it figures out if you're food or threat. It frees because you're not stupid, but then it rushes forward faster than you expected and drives the stinger into your calf. And the pain is immediate and spectacular. The venom burns going in, spreading hot and electric up its leg, and within a few minutes that leg stops working because the neurotoxin is shutting down the signals between your brain and your muscles. Your heart starts beating wrong, either too fast or skipping, and breathing becomes this manual thing you have to remind yourself to do. The venom kills you slowly for the next hour through respiratory failure, or maybe you just pass out and then one of the other giant arthropods finds
Hello, my brothers. Everyone's been asking about the Cannon situation. Here's what Choice had to say.
What he did, so Cannon was like instrumental in the war deck removal. You know how war decks kind of just ended up ceasing to exist? Well, around that time, he was getting hunted on NA, and he was like one of the biggest proponents of like nerfing war decks and getting war decks gone. And he speaks Korean. He lives in Korea, and I believe that he even said on his stream one time that he was in contact with the developers. So it's kind of crazy how around the time that he was having a bit of a griefing problem, that all of a sudden war decks now ended up getting completely nerfed. So a little bit interesting, very interesting timing. Technically, every single time that you go to character select and log back in, it auto-calibrated. I just died in V. What the frick, dude? Get schmorked. What the f just happened? What the f dude?
Riker. That's a sage. Yes, look at that.
Kill him! Kill him! He doesn't have candy! Kill him!
No candy, no grind.
If I kill him, he will probably like teleport outside. You know, you cannot bully him anymore.
We can kick him to death. I got this.
By the
Okay,
way,
I'm kicking! You're taking over him!
imagine him trying to describe to his friends what happened here. Guys, you won't believe it. A bunch of shies jumped at me for candies.
Oh, Seraph. This gonna be tough. What? What is happening here? The fucking full bunker is here. What? Okay. Log in. Reverse to the world. Oh no! What the fuck is this?
PvP surprise, victory or loss, I can't decide. Disbelief won't hide.
We go there. Yep. Go. Hit that fucking watcha. Hit that fucking watcha. Fuck that watcha. Fuck it. What the? Hit it. Hit that watch. Oh, it's a flamethrower. Oh.
Bobo.
Oh. Oh.
Ang lakas ng loob.
But I see them walking up, so. Please don't fucking bongo me. Nice. We go again? We go again. Okay, no, that's enough.
Need to do the normal heals. Oh my god, she's like, Wii U. Wii U. Wii U. There you go.
I'm fucking it up.
We're just spectating and casting spells.
Yeah. Easy. 1-0, good fight.
Yo, 15 seconds.
Fuck with me! Fuck with me!
Wait, I didn't see it.
Oh my fucking god, I played that so fucking well, bro. Oh my god, I played that so fucking well. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Ai, que delícia! Pai, para!
That's all on my face. Oh, what the fuck was that about? Go my friend, go my friend. No.
Asura, shut the fuck up, you fucking twink. You stupid motherfucker. Yo, what's up, Remy? How you doing, bud? Man, bro. I'm having a lot of fun right now, man. Alright, let me queue up. Also, my mouse literally isn't working in this game for some. Well, my mouse buttons, they're just not working for some reason. So I literally cannot execute or do anything. By the way, so I said the play this game for an hour. I have 30 more minutes of being on this game. 30 more minutes. That's it. So we're chilling. Surely I can make it through 30 more minutes, right? I just got this outfit though. This outfit's hot as fuck. This outfit's really hot. I'm gonna play Star Savior after this. I got to do dailies in that game. Then a new gacha comes out today called Mongli Star Dive or some shit. It's I don't know how good it's gonna be, but it's gonna be better. It's probably gonna be better than Arknight's Infield, but that game is coming out today. I'll play that when I get off work. I'm not gonna stream it. I'm just gonna play by myself. But I mean, I really want to play Honor of Kings World, but it's really hard to get an account, man. That game, I really want to play Honor of Kings World really bad, but that's gonna be very hard to get an account for that game. Okay. I will legally get an account, of course. He wants $50 though. 50 buckaroos. I could do it. $50. The issue, it's like a special kind of account. I need to ask my guy what exactly. It's a QQ account. Because I do really want to try that game. That game actually looks pretty decent. It looks like it has more content in this game. I can tell you that. So that's kind of hype. Bro, I'm having to press dot. My mouse isn't working. So fucking cancer. Yeah, I'm ready for I'm definitely ready for a new game, man. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely ready for a new game. I mean, like, there's really none. I need to pee, man. Fuck, come back. I need to piss. Man, fucking bored, bro. I'm so fucking bored of like every game right now, man. Like BDO is boring. Like all these games are so boring right now, man. But think about BDO. I always go back to BDO and like play it. Like I know life for a while. BDO is a seasonal game for me. I want to kill myself. So the first time I get a single Q pop in Perception Forest in over a week is the time my mouse isn't working, my buttons aren't working. Let me close out my program and let's see if it'll work. I literally cannot execute, by the way, or do anything. Quit. I think it's the fucking very good game, very well-made game called Where Winds Meet that is making this not work. I literally cannot execute. The button works outside of a game, but doesn't work in game for some reason. It's not working still. Why are my buttons not working in the game, by the way? They're literally just not working. I'm going to exit the game, actually. I'm just going to exit the fucking game. So I literally cannot execute or do anything. It's just not working. I'm kind of bored as shit, man. I mean, it's like the issue with Honor of Kings World is it's gonna have the same issue as this game. Like the progression of this game is literally horrible. It's like just pointless. But I mean, at least in Honor of Kings World, the thing about Honor of Kings World is they're actually gonna have tournaments. Also, You get like a skin for getting diamond in their arena and shit like that. It's like, dude, at least you get rewarded, I guess, right? I mean, that's kind of already a green flag, but it's like, man, I can't believe this game, you don't get any type of skin at all for reaching mythic. That's actually crazy as shit. Does it work? It doesn't work still. What? Okay, so my side button's literally... Okay, this game is actually unplayable now. Wow. Surely that's only for right now, right? My side buttons and my mouse literally don't work in the game. Are they working outside of the browser? Like, they are. Okay, it's literally the game. Wow, that's awesome. That's really cool, dude. Sick game, by the way. Sick game. My mouse side buttons literally just don't work in this game anymore for some reason right now. So let's hope I don't fight anybody. I have to, like, execute them. I have to, like, press dot. That's just not even really possible. Let's just leave. I'll just sit in a queue for 30 minutes. I'm forcing myself to play this game, so... Absolutely forcing myself to play this game. Let me watch them while I play. Or just sit in queue. I mean, I like legitimately cannot play because my buttons aren't working.
Oh my god.
Fuck him in the ass. Fuck him in the ass.
Another one is still behind you.
Oh, CC, no, CC. Genuinely.
Huge, please. Actually, no, CC.
Oh, that's joking for me.
What has Bladedy been up to? Bro, is he still... Dude, does he... Bro, he went back to Guild Wars 2. That's how you know things are fucked. Bro was playing Guild Wars 2 again. Oh, hell nah. Bro is dead ass playing Guild Wars 2 again. You know shit is fucked up when you're playing Guild Wars 2 again. There's no fun games right now. Honor of Kings world looks fine, but it's hard as fuck to get an account. But the issue with Honor of Kings World 2 is like it's gonna release like late globally too. I don't really understand like why these Chinese companies keep doing this. Bro, just use AI to translate and then translate later on manually. Just release these games globally, man. Like I know China gives them so much more money, but they would also still make so much more money if they just did that. Like it's actually fucking retarded as shit. Like that game should literally just be out globally right now. But like in reality, it's probably like 6 months to like a year away, because they have to do all the translation and shit. Which I mean, I don't even. Yeah, I think that's all they have to do. Oh, they probably have to do voice acting and shit too. That's the thing. It's like, damn, bro. Should I really try Honor of Kings World for $50? I feel like I mean, the thing is like, Would I really play it though? Monster Star Dive coming out today, and we also have NTE coming out like later this month. And then Star Saber is getting a new character in 2 days. I probably wouldn't even play. Well, I would definitely play it after that though. But I don't know, man. We can sound back up. Watch some videos.
Hello everybody, sorry I missed last week. I essentially went through a pretty major family tragedy. Someone I cared about a lot has just passed away. I was expecting it for a little while. I thought I was prepared for it. I wasn't, and to be honest, I've been kind of spiraling for like the last week and a half. I've been binge eating a lot to try and cope with it, through grief and whatnot, and I haven't been exercising. I did do like a 2-mile run 2 days ago, barely anything, but basically this week I'm going to be trying to get back onto the horse, trying to, get myself back to normal. I want to try to exercise again. I want to do at least like 3 different days.
I feel bad for this guy. Me, Bath to Fit, bro. This guy's a fucking legend, bro. Let me actually comment on his video. Sorry, buddy. Hopefully things get better for you. And don't feel bad about binge eating. Oh. Makes good videos.
Days of exercise.
I like watching his fitness journey. Kind of based.
Maybe lifting weights or running. I got to do a little bit of exercise and get myself back into the swing of things so I start feeling better. And I've been, like I said, I've been doing a lot of binge eating, so I gotta stop that. I need to start eating healthy. Starting now, I'm going to start eating healthy again, try and get back to it. I had been doing very good up until this point, and then I just kind of lost it, to be honest. So it is what it is. You can't change things like this in life. I just have to move on, to be honest. So like I said, I don't really want to talk about it, so apologies. Please respect my privacy or whatever. Even though I'd like to talk about it, I don't think it's really a good idea to publicly post videos about private struggles like that. So it is what it is. Like I said, I've been trying to get through it. I've been kind of focusing on fun stuff, honestly, to take my mind off of it. So this is the fun portion of the video. Okay, weight loss fitness part of this video over. What have I been doing the last week and a half, or the last 2 weeks, that has actually been fun? Well, I've been reading a lot of this bad boy. Okay, quite a fun book, Night Lord's Omnibus. I'm about halfway through it. Pretty sweet. I really.
Bro, I need to read some. I need to find some light novels to read, man. Okay, reading is so fucking healthy, bro. Actually, I do need to start reading light novels again.
40K stuff I've read, and I've read like 12 of these books at this point. I've also been painting Warhammer 40K. Okay, so I've actually been getting somewhat decent, in my opinion. It's kind of hard to get.
I need to hear that Warhammer Orc again. Warhammer Orc.
Yes, orcs.
These orcs.
Get off my ship, Space Marine!
What the fuck is it, man? Is it this?
I'm the hand of Gork and Mork. They sent me to rouse up the boys to crush and kill, because the boys have forgotten what they're here for. I was one of the boys till the gods smashed me in the head, and I remembered that orcs is meant to conquer and to make slaves of everything they don't kill. I'm the prophet of the war, and all worlds burn in my boot prints. On Armageddon, I led the boys through the fire deserts and smashed the humans' metal cities to scrap. I fought Yarrick on one
Dude, that's so fucking crazy.
Again.
Oh, oh, oh.
There are a lot of chest openings, good and bad. The one opening that everybody has an opinion about, positive or negative, honestly, often a bit too negative, is the London system. And today I'm going to teach some of the nuances to players at completely different levels.
I have never played chess.
Huh?
Gotham obviously made a couple of videos about it. Hey, what's up? I'm Arteezy. I used to play Dota professionally, and I have never played chess. I played it one time 3 weeks ago with my dad before this, so this is gonna be interesting. I heard there are a lot of openings to learn from.
Yes, okay. That is a...
It's not as good as yours, but...
That is an unfamiliar challenge to me for sure.
Well, you never taught anybody who, from the get-go, like zero experience?
Well, I'm not a chess teacher.
Sure.
So that's true. So that's the problem. Well, I think starting out in... Well, there are a lot of things you can learn kind of starting out in chess. But playing with the white pieces, it's normally a little bit more forgiving than playing with the black pieces. Often with the black pieces, you have to react a little bit more. So this is what I'm recommending. Or not necessarily recommended, but this is what we're going to be talking about.
Wait,
now.
does white
So you
always
start
go
by moving
first?
this pawn.
Wait, who goes first in chess? It's gotta be white then, right? Yeah, that's why, okay.
Firstly, when it comes to safety, right? So this move is protected by the queen. That equals safe. This move opens up for the queen, for the king, and is not protected.
Bro, this dude's not gonna know what the fuck he's talking about.
Here you have all sorts of nasty moves, like you can go
Chess
here,
is so fucking
and
hard.
things get opened up. So this is what we start with. And the good thing is that unless this square is protected, next time we're bringing out the bishop. Like, no matter what.
Okay.
We're just bringing the bishop out.
Okay.
And the reason we do that is that we want to set up a very solid pawn structure. We want to set up this structure so that everything here, these are all protected. But before we do that, if we did this guy would be very unhappy because he's blocked in by everything.
Mm-hmm. You can't move?
You can't
spaces?
move. Yeah, no space. So that's why we're bringing out this guy first. So we go here. Protect the bishop, protect this pawn. It's basic stuff in that sense. Your opponent plays here. Now, if we take this, that's possible, but that...
Isn't it just a trade then?
Yeah, your opponent will probably win back the pawn somehow, either with like a queen check or going here and taking the pawn. But we're not looking to trade those. We're not looking to trade those pawns. We're looking for a solid structure. So we go here.
So are all these openings like predetermined? Like everyone knows that these things are happening? Like you and this reaction?
Yeah, so that's the good thing about this opening, that our first few moves are pretty much predetermined.
Okay.
So like unless your opponent does something crazy, you can do this against everything.
It's probably really easy to learn.
So here, if your opponent takes the pawn, then you usually take back with this one. Because if you take with this one, you expose yourself to potential checks, and you don't want to do that. Now everything's protected. Now you can start developing the other pieces. So you can bring the knight out. Knight is protected as well. So here, again.
Should you not mirror?
Hey, you should mirror. Yeah, for sure.
Of the war tournament, but I'm a chess fan and I just love the game.
I'm sure playing online, when you're playing black, you must face it a lot. So what do you like to do when you face it?
Well, I have. It's one of the first openings that I sort of memorized the system. Gotham obviously made a couple of videos about it.
Go home. No more chess for you.
Playing against it, I think the very first thing that I like playing aggressively, so c5 as soon as possible.
Yeah. So we're talking knight f6, yeah?
Yeah.
Bishop comes out, and then you push the pawn.
Yeah.
And if your opponent goes here,
I think striking the center.
Okay, so that's perfectly reasonable, and that's probably the best move. But if you're looking for a way to kind of make it difficult for people who played London, this is the one moment where you can strike a little bit.
Okay.
So, what is the weakest square in White's camp? Would you say?
Well, I mean, generally that pawn, but
this pawn. So this is normally the weakest point,
yeah.
But right now there is another point that's even weaker.
That's even weaker.
Yeah, there's one pawn that's not defended.
Oh, the b2 pawn.
The b2 pawn, yeah.
All right.
So what can you do about that?
Queen b6.
Queen b6. Right. So this is how you can try and catch people out. One has to go for the move b3.
Yeah.
But then if you've activated the queen and you've somewhat weakened these squares, and the main point, at least at your level of playing the London, is having a very solid structure, and this structure is not as
less solid.
It's not as solid. Or White can go knight to c3.
Mm-hmm.
You grab the pawn.
Interesting.
White goes forward the knight, and then you go here with the knight, preventing this threat and attacking this bishop.
Right.
And I can assure you, most people who play the London at a certain level, they will not like facing this.
No.
Apart from that, if your opponent goes knight f3 on the second move, then there's another way. You can go d5, and then the bishop goes out, c5. Most people play c3, e3 or c3. Doesn't really matter.
No.
You bring your knight out,
mm-hmm.
and now the point is that you can bring the queen out. And once again, we're attacking here. And in 90% of cases, people who play the London system, they want to reply with the queen here. And I'm sure you've faced that as well. But in this specific case, this move is not that great, because you can go.
It's 1940. I played Trombowski. It's kind of similar to London system, but I would now play e6.
So you play e6 against everything.
Yeah.
So what's the?
I would still go
make a couple of moves. Yeah. So here, I would guess that in these cases you end up with some passive positions.
Yeah.
For sure, because here I would say that positionally speaking,
bro, like the skill gap is just so fucking massive in this game. It's disgusting, by the way. It's like League of Legends. It's actually fucking insane. Like this 1940 Elo guy could play against Magnus Carlsen probably like 10,000 times and probably never win a single time.
My name is Murad. I'm a FIDE master, and I don't have too much experience with the London system. I don't play it. I think it's too boring, but maybe it'd be interesting to see some of your thoughts on how to make it more exciting.
For sure. What's interesting about the London is that I think up until about 2015, I thought it was like more or less a system opening. You play the first 5-6 moves automatically, and then you take the game from there. But the point is, I viewed the London as an opening where both players make more or less automatic moves, but that's not the case at all anymore. Like there's long theoretical lines, and what you're doing with White depends very much on what your opponent is doing, right? So
he also needs us to run the World Cup. Remember, he was playing basically in London in every game as White.
Yeah,
those are actually pretty.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I've won World Rapid and Blitz championships playing the London almost exclusively. It used to be my kind of go-to weapon if I have to win a speed chess game. So it's a good opening if you play it in the right way.
So like the reason why he does it in like speed chess because it's like predetermined every single time, like the first like few moves. I think it makes sense
for an advantage. But nowadays, even the London has been analyzed so much that
it's been milked up.
It's been milked. There are so many lines, but it's interesting how chess evolves. But I feel like, I don't know, playing black, you're usually happy to see.
It's not the most dangerous stuff.
No.
Worst case, you like just play solid and ask White how he's gonna play.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking in the World Cup against Gukesh as well. I was thinking like, oh, you think you're gonna beat me playing bishop f4? Well, let me play b6. Let us play chess for move 2, and we'll see what happens.
How dare they?
Yeah, exactly. With the black pieces, do you usually go for kingside fianchetto openings?
Yeah, exactly. So usually I go for King's Indian setup, maybe double fianchetto, and then go for like d6, e5 forward.
Yeah, that's very good. I don't think we need a lot of input here. So there are some nuances to this, right? So d4, knight f6. First of all, if white goes knight f3, you're quite happy because then you can get your setups more or less regardless. But against bishop f4, it is a little bit more tricky because a lot of people who go bishop f4 and move 2, you know, especially at higher levels, they want to go knight c3 against g6. What's normally your reaction when people go bishop f4 and then knight c3?
Yeah, sometimes I can actually just go d5 and if I like prep to playing.
And you feel alright.
Otherwise maybe some weird c5 stuff is also possible. It depends on the strength of the opponent.
No, it does for sure. The other way that you can play, since you like playing double fianchetto, is to play the move 2b6. If white proceeds normally, knight f3, bishop b7, e3, g6, and so on, you kind of get everything you want.
But there can be some c4, d5.
So that's the thing. You do allow some other possibilities. There's knight c3, bishop b7, f3, which Gukesh did against me in the World Cup 2 years ago. Okay, let's say you get the double fianchetto, right? Let's say e3, e6, bishop e7, bishop e2, castles, h3, say a4.
Yeah, here sometimes maybe I go a6.
Yeah, I think you should go a6. You should go a6 or a5 because this is too much. Yeah, it's too much of a positional threat. So you normally want to go a6. And a lot of people, they do like bishop h2 because they want to be flexible. c3 maybe.
Yeah, here it can be interesting because you have 2 breaks and you also
have 2 breaks, yeah. So like the way that I like to play is often with c5, and then I go rook a7, queen a8, and try and play on the queen side. And the basic idea is that if everything happens over there, this bishop is doing nothing.
Yeah.
But of course, objectively, white is more than fine in this position. Honestly, if you're playing for a win, it's a bit of a dream position.
Yeah,
every piece is on the board, left on the board, and you are not worse. Not even remotely worse. So, also, like if you're playing the King's Indian, I mean, I guess it's objectively more dangerous for white to start like playing for an early c4 here. Let's say this, and c4. It's still alright for black. Here, queen c2, maybe e5. No.
Actually, what structure do you go for here? Because doing the normal King's Indian.
Yeah, so this makes it a little bit more difficult, really. You never really want to go e4, especially if white has an aggressive setup here. If white goes for c3 kinds of setups, you can often play e4, but here, white's play over here is happening too quickly, normally. So yeah, I would normally try and take at some point here, maybe knight e4. I don't know. Looks reasonable to me here. There's knight c5 protecting the bishop, so there doesn't seem to be any tactics. At the end of the day, you want kind of normal positions where this bishop is better than this one.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Just a few weeks ago, Magnus Carlsen was in a luxury spa resort in Germany, playing chess against the world's best. Today, he's here, in a school gym on the outskirts of Oslo, facing an opponent he hasn't played in a decade, his former coach, Simon Agdestein. The history between Magnus Carlsen and Simon Agdestein runs deep. In 2005, a teenage Magnus fought his former coach for the Norwegian championship only to fall short in a grueling 8-game tiebreak. A year later, he got his revenge, defeating Seaman in yet another tiebreak to claim his first national title. Since then, Magnus has climbed to the top of the chess world, but their paths crossed again in Norway Chess in 2014, where this time, Magnus came out on top. Now, over a decade later, they meet yet again.
Just playing the games is, like, regardless of setting, it's nerve-wracking. There's always something going on at team events, but most of all, playing in these, I think I'm just like a little bit more nervous than usual.
So let's jump in. Seaman Eggestein with the white pieces, Magnus Carlsen with the black pieces in the Eliteserien, the Norwegian Team Championship. The game started with d4. Seaman tends to play this move, and he has done throughout his very successful career. Magnus replied by bringing his knight out, and by transposition, we get to a Queen's Gambit declined. And it's here, Queen's Gambit declined is because Magnus has left the tension between these pawns. He hasn't, for example, captured on the c4 square, which would be the Queen's Gambit accepted. And now Magnus plays a move that he hasn't employed too much throughout his career, trying to surprise Seaman as early as possible. He brings his knight out to d7. This is one of many possible moves for black in that position. It was also possible to bring the bishop out one square, to bring it out to b4, the rook goes in defense. Variety of ways for Magnus to play, but he tries to keep the tension, and the pawn structure that arises after a capture in the center is known as the Carlsbad structure, one of the pawn structures in chess that Magnus Carlsen thrives in the most. This can arise from a variety of different openings, but especially the Queen's Gambit declined. And here Magnus plays a very surprising move. He brings his knight off to b6, off to the side of the board, maybe aiming to jump in a bit later, but more importantly, freeing up his bishop on this diagonal. Seaman decides to bring his queen out, a very logical move. Queen on c2 stops the black bishop from using the important f5 square, its most desirable post. Magnus now hunts down Seaman's bishop, the dark square bishop forced to retreat, or does it? It actually steps forward into the center of the board, and provoking Magnus into playing this move f6, which tends to be very weakening, as we see a bit later on. Yes, it forces the bishop back to a square it can soon be captured. Magnus will soon get a bishop pair, but Magnus now behind in development, taking big risks early in the game. Remember, he's a big rating favorite, he needs to try and win, so imbalancing things early on is a decent strategy. Here, just a few developing moves now, both sides bringing out their bishops. The white bishop and queen battery is very threatening here, very ominous on the diagonal, forcing Magnus to again push a pawn on the king side. Not something he really wants to do, but necessary here, and both sides continue to develop nicely. Here, Magnus Carlsen